Well, good evening, Lupus Warriors, and welcome to another video brought to you by the Laura's Lupus channel. And how are you guys doing tonight? I hope this video finds you doing as well as possible. So I wanted to pop in and I had some thoughts about how could we explain to someone as far as trying to explain what it's like to live with lupus. And so lupus has been compared to the iceberg, and rightfully so. And so the next time someone tells you as a lupus warrior that you don't look sick or you don't act sick, let's attempt to explain it to them using the lupus compared to an iceberg analogy. So I did some drawing here, and I am not artistic at all. I can draw stick people, but I think you'll get the point when you look at what I'm drawing here and how I explain it. So, why is it that we can compare lupus to an iceberg? What makes those two comparable? Well, let's take a look here. Here, if you're a sailor on the sea and you encounter an iceberg, pretty much you're just going to see this little tip sticking out here. And this is called the tip of the iceberg. And here is my little drawing of the waves of the sea. And so at first glimpse, it looks totally innocent. It looks harmless to an untrained sailor, or to a novice sailor. It may look like, oh, I can continue. We can get around this. There's not going to be any problem. It's just this little tip here. And so with lupus, when someone says, well, you don't look sick or you don't act sick, sometimes the only thing they may see visibly, they may see a rash, some sort of a skin eruption. They may notice some swelling of our joints on our hands, our elbows, or our knees, or our feet. There may be some redness due to pain, but at a closer examination, this is actually what's going on beneath the surface. This is what a sailor may see this, but underneath there is this, and there is no way for the ship to even come close to driving past this and getting around it without totally damaging the ship. So how does this compare to lupus? Well, like I said, to the naked eye, this is what's visible to others who are looking at us. But as a lupus patient, there are things going on inside of our body. There is so much activity, tumultuous activity. There are things that are, exploding and imploding. There are so many things going on beneath the surface in our system that, people can't really even grasp. It can only be felt by the lupus patient. It can only be explained as far as how we feel on the inside. There's an entire catastrophic, cataclysmic catastrophe going on beneath the surface, depending on what type of a flare the lupus patient is having. And so, with the unseen, with the naked eye, you only see those few things, okay? And sometimes there's nothing visibly to be seen. But get this, my friend, with the lupus patient, underneath the system, there's a complete war going on. And I don't know, any other way that I can say it. There's a complete war going on within our body. It's called an autoimmune system, which means the immune system is fighting against itself. We know that the immune system was originally designed to fight off foreign invaders such as viruses, bacteria, germs, different things like that, to fight off foreign invaders. But with the lupus patient, the immune system not only has the job of fighting off and cleaning up foreign invaders, but it starts to attack itself. And so underneath the surface, all of this right here represents the cells at war with each other. So there are cells under attack. There are organs under attack beneath the surface. There are systems under attack. There are tissues under attack beneath the surface. All of this here, this is an entire war going on beneath the surface of a lupus warrior that can only be explained by the lupus warrior. You know, whenever there's this can be called like the quiet storm. You know, when there's a storm happening out on the sea, there's some shifting and there's some things taking place beneath the surface that are not felt at that time. But eventually, as things continue to, as this chaos and things start to fire off, eventually it climbs up to the level. And eventually the waves start to respond. Eventually the wind starts to respond. And the next thing you know, there's a full storm that's brewing above the surface. Not only with wind and waves, but thunder, lightning, tidal waves. And so that's how it can be explained as, to someone who says you don't look sick. You can say there's an entire storm going on inside of me. There are things firing off that you have no clue how I feel on the inside. And those things may include, we can describe it as a fever, pain, infection, systems being attacked. There's fluid developing. This is all the quiet storm that's going on that eventually erupts and comes to the system, to the top of the system. But it can only be felt and it can only be explained by the lupus patient. Whenever we're talking to the medical field, they're gauging us not so much by what can be clearly seen, because some things may not be clearly seen. Things may not be as though they appear to be. And so it's gauged by our explanation of what's going on. It's gauged by blood tests and x-rays and MRIs and CT scans. That's how it's gauged. That's how we understand this entire quiet storm that's going on beneath the surface. By the blood work, by the explanation of the lupus patient. So my friend, the next time you're told by someone that you don't look sick or you don't act sick, give them the iceberg analogy and see if that helps them to understand what it's like to be a lupus warrior. That's all I have for now. I don't want the video to be too long. As I always say, there's life after lupus. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe. Hit the like button, share the information, leave a comment, hit the bell so you'll receive future notifications whenever I upload a new video. And my friends, take care of yourself. Stay strong, stay encouraged, stay blessed, and I will talk to you on the next video. Bye for now. Bye.